what has been the contributor to your success? Do you think is there a common denominator that you think has been able to do that consistently over 8 years?
What I think I would say is the ability to change, right? And
Okay.
understand that the way you're doing it then may not be working now, or you need to grow up a little bit more and take your SDLC or software development lifecycle to the next level. And I would prefer that I was a little bit ahead of the changes that I've had to make over the years, and be a little less reactive and a little bit more proactive. And I think that's things that I've learned over the years, that I would have more of a warning signs, or something I'm working on now is our SLIs and SLOs, which is service level indicators and service level objectives. So if our indicators are this, when it hits this objective, it needs to trigger something. So if you have more than X amount of defects, well, I'm going to stop innovation and go fix defects. With those types of things, it's putting a little bit more structure around your SDLC without confining what the engineers, designs, architects, product managers, and BAs need to do. But if you do that, that actually helps them become more successful. So I think what I think has been part of the success is that listening to your team, knowing what they're saying, right? Incorporating that into what your philosophies are, right? And then executing on adjustments that make everybody more successful. Now, change is uncomfortable for everybody, right? So you make a decision on change, you're going to have, maybe you have 20%, maybe you have 80% that are going to like it, but you're always going to have variance. But how do you track it? How do you report on it? How do you see if it's working or not? One of the things that I always tell my team is that I'm not always great of like, hey, we made a decision and now we're going that way. I got to just make sure we go back over the last 3 or 6 months and make sure we measure that to see if it was successful or not. Because sometimes it's just it's a gut feel. Yeah, that was successful. We're working better. But how much better? Because you want to celebrate your victories as much as you want to look at the past and see what you can do better.
Yeah, I mean that's actually I'm part of an entrepreneurs group, and one of the biggest problems with the entrepreneurs is they're constantly looking at the vision, and the vision is always shifting by design. You're never going to reach the horizon because the horizon shifts every time you move forward. But if you actually look at where you started, you can measure from where you started to where you are.
That's right.